first.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa's
We're good?
Yeah.
slowly eating away at her studio.
That bitch.
That bitch.
Welcome back. It is another episode of Real Late Hours. It's Muskegon's only late night talk show. It's West Michigan's late night talk show, by the way. And, well, it's the only talk show in the entire universe that is produced by AI. So, pretty big deal, not to be ignored. Over here, I have Elena. Go ahead and say what's up.
Hi, guys.
That is Elena. Of course, I know you are all waiting in anticipation for this one. We have the great, the mighty, the powerful, the mystical Edward Draven.
Thank you for tuning in again, my pretties.
That's him. That's Edward. Edward, what's been going on this last week?
Let's see. I hung out with Michael Ramsey.
What? In person?
Yep.
Whoa. This is breaking news. Breaking news. I am a huge fan of Michael Ramsey. Edward knows this. I fully support him. I wish he would run for more positions in local government. Really tear it up.
Oh, yes.
So what did you and Michael Ramsey do?
Well, I told him that City Hall's a duller place without him. He really knew how to light things up.
That's right.
Yes.
That's the energy that we need in City Hall.
Mm-hmm.
All over the country.
Absolutely.
Light it up.
Mm-hmm.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yes.
What'd you guys do? You went out, had a couple of drinks?
Yeah. Well, actually, he just showed up at the bar.
Oh. I gotta know, was it a little bit tense?
Not really. Well, he can be a tense one at times.
Those are the times we like the most when it comes to Michael Ramsey.
Oh, yeah. He is totally a Ramsey.
He's out here Ramseying around.
Yes.
Did you bring up the talk show at all to him?
Well, maybe next time.
I understand it's a sensitive matter to bring up, especially in these trying times. We went through a little bit of a hurdle this last week, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I guess I'll just break it to everybody. We made a mistake. And, sometimes real men make mistakes. And that's the moral of this episode. Because, we like to have a moral built into every episode. We made a big mistake last week. I chose to drink twisted tea, and I drank a lot of it. Elena, were you drinking twisted tea?
Yeah, unfortunately, I got a little bit too twisted.
Edward, I think I saw you drink a twisted tea.
I had one.
He had one.
Yes, I did it.
We drank a lot of twisted teas last week. That's not what I'm embarrassed about, though. That wasn't the mistake. What happened was, I know last week I announced it's war on pessimists. Pessimists are going down all 2024. That's on my word. I mean that sincerely. The thing with twisted tea is it gets you twisted. We something happened and we changed from these beautiful optimists with our beautiful late night talk show, the best talk show on the planet. It twisted us all around and turned us into pessimists.
We crossed the line.
We crossed the line. We upset a friend, I would say, maybe. Someone we're friendly with. Sometimes you got to eat crow. And I'm going to eat crow right now. And apologize. I don't like apologizing. I'm a man.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. Suboxone.
Mr. Suboxone.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good. We got a different type of energy. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
Different type of energy tonight. I wanted to give you this personal phone call to apologize for making inappropriate jokes in your behalf last week. Myself and the whole crew feel really embarrassed by our twisted behavior. Yeah, we sincerely want to say that we made some inappropriate jokes. Not like calling you a bitch or anything like that, but like the other stuff. We want to take that back and apologize.
Okay.
Does that mean you accept it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel better. So we made a mistake, and sometimes, you know, we're boys, we play rough, we make mistakes, and then we get back to it, you know?
Yeah, of course. Nothing to nevertheless.
We just got kind of caught up in the twisted behavior.
No, we straight now.
We're straight now. That's straight from the king. Did you have anything that you specifically wanted to say on the show?
Yeah, everybody look out for a new TV series me and Phill has in the works called The Sweet Life of Phill and Kody. I'm brainstorming up the first episode, so be looking out for that. It's going to be something professional, not goofy or funny, but something serious to bring to Channel 1. So, yeah, be looking out for that. So that's going to be in the works here sometime in the future, probably summertime, spring. But I really want to take my time. I really want to take my time on this project and make it not fucking half-assed and all goofy and shit. You know, I really wanted to, you know, stand for something. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you know that's what all these little fuck boys that follow you are going to say. They're going to be like, oh, it's half-assed. You're going to half-ass it. You're not going to... They're pessimists, bro. They don't believe it. They don't believe in it.
Yeah, I agree.
There we go. I'm glad we can see eye to eye on this subject. Thank you. Yeah, so Kody just let it out of the bag. We're gonna start working on a special series for Kody and Suboxone, and we'll see what happens this summer.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
So just a reminder, it's okay to make a mistake.
I'm usually nice.
Bygones.
I try to be.
Let bygones be bygones.
Mm-hmm.
Edward, did you have anything to say to Mr. Suboxone?
I'm shy right now.
Oh, he's a little shy right now. Okay. Well, Suboxone, we'll give you a call back here shortly. We're going to end this segment, and then we'll get you back on the phone.
Okay, and it's not a spin-off, but it's kind of be like The Sweet Life of Zach and Kody, but instead of a hotel, we're going to be trapped in the studio. So it's going to be dope.
Let's go. I like it. I like it, bro. It sounds like you're brainstorming something special over there.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right.
And we'll talk soon.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Channel 1, the only channel.
You see, folks, sometimes you just got to eat crow.
Mm-hmm.
What did we learn tonight, Edward?
Well, never joke about someone's substance abuse problems. That's not nice.
It's not nice. And
No.
On a serious note, if you are suffering from any sort of addiction problem or a problem with drugs or alcohol, anything like that, there are plenty of programs and resources out there that will fit you and help guide you in the right direction. So seek it out. If you're having trouble finding something, I would gladly help you find something and get you in the right direction. Yeah, drugs are no joke.
No.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
So one thing I've done and made official here, I'm putting my stamp on it right now. I got a band Getting Twisted. Edward, do you approve of this?
Well, Sweet Liquor doesn't agree with my system, so I'm all for it.
Okay. Elena, how do you vote on the Twisted band?
Maybe not on the show, but in my free time.
Banned completely. Gotta remove it.
I can drink tequila still.
There we go. That's some optimism. All right, well, it's banned. So on that note, we're going to have an awesome show. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We have a great guest tonight, Raziel. We're going to figure out how to say his last name after this commercial break. Thanks for tuning in. This is Real Late Hours. We're going to be right back after this message from our sponsors. Thanks. Love you guys. Are we cutting? No, don't cut yet. I wanted to chug it. It's so cold.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Hour back.
All right. Should we smoke another one?
I think I'm in the clouds. I must be dead.
Should I pack another one?
Hey Edward, if I was a security guard at the phone company, wouldn't that make me the guardian of the galaxy?
Should I pack another one?
If Apple made a car, would it still have windows?
Should I pack another one?
Bangkok.
Should I pack another one?
What would happen if I got scared half to death twice?
Should I pack another one? Should I pack another one?
Weed. It will literally kill you. Marijuana is the gateway to death.
This episode is not twisted.
It's wiser.
It's a wiser episode than the last one. Welcome back to a wiser episode than last week. I didn't point this out before, but you can see the red and blues are swarming us. We did get in trouble. We made mistakes. We all make mistakes. And we overcome. And that's what being an optimist is really about. So shout out to the wiser out there. This one's for you. Oh. Edward, we just watched a beautiful commercial anti-marijuana. That's something I feel strongly about. How do you feel about what we just saw?
It will make you wise up.
I was deserving. Edward and Elena, we have guests on the show. You guys know this? Yeah. This week, we actually have a guest here. He didn't cancel.
Nice.
Cool.
In person. This isn't on the phone.
We appreciate that.
We appreciate it. This man is an audio engineer at Third Coast out of Grand Haven. It's a recording studio. I want everybody in this place to give it up one time for Raziel Castaneda. My man, what's up? Yeah. Raziel.
Yeah, what's up?
Raziel. Raziel Castaneda. Raziel, what brings you around these parts?
Well, I've always wanted to meet you.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. And that's about it.
You hear that, people out there? Did you hear it, Elena? You heard it? Yeah.
Do I need
Just
to
making
repeat
sure.
it?
Edward, you heard it?
I can say it again if you want.
Raziel, tell me about what it's like being a recording engineer.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, that's a cool job to have. You get to you're behind the scenes. You're kind of the controller of what's going on in the studio, right? You're there, you're in control of the session, you're miking things up, you're running mic cables, you're working the mix board, you're dialing things in, you're making measurements and setting up the mics properly so there's no phase and things of this nature. What's this like? So I understand it because I'm an audio engineer and I understand engineering. For the people out there that are watching that don't know what this experience is like what is it like for you to be in a studio session with a band?
I want to say you already said everything. But yeah, it's really behind the scenes. It's a lot of customer service and making sure people are inspired and yeah, just making sure they have a good fucking time.
Yeah. So it's kind of a fragile environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Artists are typically kind of fragile people.
They can be.
Yeah. They have a lot of emotions. That's kind of what makes their art great, in my opinion. And so I used to do this thing when I was engineering really heavy. I would almost go into like a meditative state when the tracking was going on. Like I would try to like obviously be present. I'm aware, I'm listening, I'm like I got my engineer ears on. I'm paying attention to all of those things, but like when it came to tracking, I would almost go into like a still state, like not moving, super shallow breathing, like meditative almost. Is that weird?
No, I was going to say hit the button.
Do you have anything similar like that you kind of find yourself like when you're in these recordings? Because it's important, and like you're trying to track and record these people's dreams.
Yeah, it's all really fucking important. Yeah, I almost reset everything. So there's a pre-production that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I ask them, what have you always wanted to sound like? What album do you want this to sound like? And that might be a month ahead or a week ahead or whatever. And I just work from the ground up. And I mean, I'm listening to the references for every single day.
They're giving you like examples of things that they like or that have inspired them, and then you're building like a reference list so you can kind of get in the vibe and the energy.
Yeah, and the thing is that when you're starting from the ground up, it's like reverse engineering it, so you can EQ things or do stuff on the back end to make it sound like that.
Yeah.
But from the get-go, like what you're choosing to even, where are you going to put them in the room, the microphones, what are you going to use for your signal chain, it goes a long way. So like you want them to go in there, and then when they come back in after a take, I want it to sound like it's almost done, right? Like I want them to have the impression like it already sounds good. What else can we do to it?
That's awesome. You know why I first got into engineering and recording myself?
Why?
Because it was always some stuck up engineer working at the studio that thought he knew everything, thought he knew exactly how it should sound or how it's supposed to sound. And they didn't come to our band shows. They didn't listen to our band's previous albums. They didn't get a vibe. They didn't have a reference to what we were doing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I want to engineer real. Like back at this time, it was like when plugins were first starting to come around, and they weren't that great back then. They were on track to be great, but they weren't super great when they first came out. So like we would go into these big studios, book all this time, and it was like constant battles with these engineers over like, no, I want to feel the bass guitar. I don't want to know it's there. I want to feel it. And like these little arguments drove me to the place where it was like, I'm just going to grab the wheel and drive this because like,
because you know better. Yeah, you can see the thing faster.
I wanted it to be a real representation of the band I was
with. Well, that's like the whole thing. So I think that's how people end up doing that. So nowadays it's like you can do anything from home, and there's like cheap microphones or whatever, and you can actually make something that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So like I think the state that everything is in now, it's like we have the big room, we have the big board, we have like really expensive shit, like we know what the fuck we're doing. So what's the difference? And I think the difference is the customer service, being able to get them there. But then when you're utilizing everything correctly, like not only do you get there, but it's like a lot further than people think or what they've been able to do before. And it is just really fucking listening to people. Like I've heard that all the time. Like whenever people will work with other people don't ask them, what are they trying to sound like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, who do you want to sound like? Even if, like, you're still learning how to play and everything. It's like, there's ways to kind of help them. I feel like I'm boring everybody else. Like, are you cool
you're
to
not
talk
boring at
about?
all.
No, we'll get in the
Everyone's
weeds.
into it. Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
totally.
We'll get into the weeds here on Real Late Hours. I like that, and I know Third Coast has a really nice setup, top of the line gear, and basically a band's dream as far as recording studios in the area go. And so it's cool to hear you say specific things just right out the gate, because as a musician and somebody who's gone to a recording studio and paid for the time there and expected a high quality product, there's certain things and flags and all of that, red flags and things that I know to look out for, and you've not raised any of those. In fact, you've raised the good flags, the green flags, so that's a really good sign. We've never really met before tonight. We've kind of talked and stuff back and forth through Messenger, but this is our first time meeting in person. I like your energy a lot.
I love yours.
Thank
Holy
you.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
I
thank
feel like
you.
I'm meeting a fucking celebrity.
Well, let's find out what Suboxone thinks about that. Anyways, I know you just went overseas and did something kind of unique and cool.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Let's dig in.
Yeah, so I got to go overseas, supported by the community because I can't fucking afford it. And I went to France. I went there for about a week. And I got to be in an amazing studio. And I almost can't even pronounce it. It's like Rue Boyer. And it's like the fucking top of the line, fucking everything. And they have everything you could ever imagine. Everything's like maintained to a T. Everybody's been tracking out of that. Like, I think Pharrell just like dropped something. Everything was like done there. And Tom Elmhurst was there. And that was like the dude that we're going to go see. There was like a dude from China, a couple dudes from Ukraine, a dude from LA. And we're all just there. Tom Elmhurst did like Travis Scott's newest shit, Adele, Amy Winehouse. Wow. He has like, I don't know if it's like 7, 8, 9 Grammys.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's like 20 total hours.
So what was this kind of, was it a program or what was it that?
Yeah, so it's like a master class done by Mix with the Masters, and so they have like a roster of like anything that you ever play on the radio, like they're on there. Like anybody who's actually been working, even like the older dudes. And every now and then they'll do like week-long seminars or like 3-day-long seminars or whatever, and they kind of announce it, you know, and then you need to put up the money, save your spot or whatever, and then find your way there. And yeah, I just kind of fucking applied. Like I've always wanted to do this. I've never been in the position to do it. But recently, like as my trajectory, living within Grand Haven, like I've always done sound, I had my own studio, and then I got the call to work at Third Coast. And everybody that knew me, like it's an unbelievable like experience, right? To like accidentally end up working at Third Coast.
Yeah.
And when I posted it, I didn't think I was going to get in. I kind of just like wanted to see what would happen if I applied. And then I got the email back, and then I just like posted it on Facebook. And I was like, fuck, like I was actually accepted. Like, how do I get to Paris?
Yeah.
And everybody was just like, you should just make a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
So there was like an old friend who was like moved to Seattle, and he donated a huge portion.
Very cool.
And a friend of a friend that I don't even know, some dude probably is like in real estate or something, he fucking dropped a lot of money. And then everybody else, just like everybody that I know from the community who owns like some shops or like whatever the fuck, they just fucking drop some cash, and Third Coast helped a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
and-
super inspiring, and to know that somebody, you know, from here in West Michigan has been able to walk in circles with names like Phill being tossed around is pretty inspiring and motivational for me, at least, but I would imagine a lot of us out there. Yeah, that's very inspiring and motivational and optimism, and it's not blind optimism. Don't trust it all, but just believe in yourself, believe in your craft, believe in your skill set, believe that you can be better at the thing that you're trying to do now, and down the road, if you practice a little bit, you're going to get a little bit better each day you try, and that's what I'm about. I wouldn't be here without it, and that's what it freaking drives me. Real quick, I gotta do this. It's mandatory. We made it mandatory in 2024. We gotta take a water break. You got a water?
I got a water.
Oh, we got a water. Elena, Edward, do you have waters?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Edward's
There's a
out.
little of it
Dan,
left.
do you need a water? No, you're in the slump chair.
It's this much
water?
left.
1, 2, water.
I do have a small amount
Make
left.
sure everyone's had water tonight.
Christian, you have water? I'll get you a water. Michael,
What's up? No, I don't need one. I don't.
you don't need water.
No, thank you, man. But
We all do.
Passes out 10 minutes later.
no,
It's
I'm
gone.
good.
Hey.
I got a water. It's right there. Look.
It's empty.
Oh, you
It's
don't need
gone.
water. No, water.
Thank you.
Here we go, Edward.
Okay.
Braxton. Real quick, this is not an advertisement. We do not support this brand.
Unless they'll pay us.
Thank you, Phill.
Mm-hmm.
If they start paying, I'll say it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the new. Set that there. This is a new tradition on the show. We take a water break. You can also take a weiser break.
Yeah, why is it great?
No jokes. This is not silly. This is very serious.
Is it still rolling?
This is not an advertisement.
I hope it's still rolling. Don't
It
shut
is
it off.
still rolling.
Okay, all right. Did I start recording? Hold on.
How the fuck do you edit my laughs out? 'Cause,
You
like,
started
don't.
recording.
He said he don't.
He don't.
It's
Oh, I already
for-
had. All right, I got 2 waters.
It's for theatrical value.
That makes you wiser.
Yeah,
Oh, let's get the wiser. The wiser. Roll.
And I'm gonna go.
Very wise. Yeah, short break here for water.
Beautiful.
Pure Life. It's a brand I drink, but I don't support. I don't support it. I just support water breaks, and this happens to be the one I drink. A lot of people might wonder why. Well, you're just going to have to keep tuning in because I'm not telling you this episode. It's good stuff. You feeling hydrated?
Yeah.
You good?
Feeling good.
Good. Wiser? All right. Water break done. Raziel.
Phill.
You had a water outbreak. You had to get a little water out. That's all right. Sometimes it can't all be water in. Sometimes it's got to be water out. Let's talk about Raziel. What projects have you worked on from at Third Coast?
So when I got on there, I was on a few Earth Radio sessions. There's a couple other clients, like in the regional singer-songwriter.
Explain Earth Radio for those that may not be familiar with Earth Radio.
Earth Radio is cool, man. Hannah, Dutcher, Justin Abdeck. Pretty tripped out, spacey. Lots of crazy shit. Really good musicians. Justin, David, and Dutcher, drums, bass, and keys. They'll like play on sessions for people and shit, like on the spot. They're really, really fucking good.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Dutcher and Justin Abdeck.
Yeah.
And both talented, super duper talented musicians.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
It is crazy.
I was there for a little bit of Justin's solo shit. And then, one of the coolest stuff is like we have this guy, Ford Terrell, who used to live in Nashville. In his debut, he recorded at Sony Studios, and he worked with Jakir King.
Okay.
I guess he lives in the area now.
Oh.
And so he had some shit, like, he had a couple placements. I think one of them was like 90210 or some shit. You know, he does like the kind of, well, you know, sappy love song type of thing. And very folk. But he came through, and that was awesome. So he took those tracks, which I felt like I did okay on, and he had his friend Jed Hughes, who's in Nashville, and he does some really major projects. Like, he'll play guitar on Lucinda Williams and a bunch of country singers, and he'll tour with Emmylou Harris, like, around the world.
Wow.
And then that was sent off to Jakir King's assistant, who's mixed some newer, like, Zach Bryan type shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like, you know, I think Zach Bryan's had some of the top country hits,
top
you know,
level.
back of and so, this kid was fucking mixing the tracks. So that's dropping in, like, I think 6 days officially.
Ooh.
So that'll be really fucking cool, man.
That's very cool.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was hoping they would drop sooner so I can get some fucking, you know, local spins type of jammy shit.
Yeah.
But I think 2025 will be the year.
Okay.
We had Pocket Watch in recently.
I've heard a lot about Pocket Watch. I've yet to see it. I'm actually emceeing an event at the Starlight Room that they'll be playing this year, towards the end of the year. But,
shit. Okay. Wait, are you emceeing the Pocket Watch show?
Yeah.
Oh,
one of
shit.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very nice.
Dan's got me hooked up. I've not announced on the show. I'll be emceeing a series at the Starlight Room this year.
Excellent.
Yeah. It's the Jam series, so Pocket Watch is like the final, the final of the series.
They're way too good.
I've heard a lot of good things. I've met one of the members. Actually, originally Dan introduced me to him from the Starlight Room back when he was just starting the Starlight Room. He was inviting a bunch of local creators to walk through, and I was one of them. And Dan's amazing. I love the Starlight Room.
He's good people,
going
man.
On there.
Yeah, I mean, Dan has the same thing, man. I met him at 7 Steps Up. I was doing some shows there for the live sound, and he came out of nowhere wearing that fucking blazer jacket that he has, and he wears all the time. Mm-hmm. And he was just like,
he's got a very radio voice, too. I love it.
He does. Yeah. He has that, like...
Very articulate.
Yeah, he's got a really unique personality. Yeah. But he believes in himself, man. He fucking did the venue thing, and it's going on.
It's beautiful. If you've not checked out a show at the Starlight Room, I heavily suggest you go to the Starlight Room, check out one of their experiences. It's not a normal concert venue experience. It's something very special and different. Yeah. And we have it right here. It's ours. So, super cool. Give me one of your most memorable moments in the studio.
Most memorable moments?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's been a few.
Doesn't have to be the most memorable, just a very memorable moment.
I mean, I don't know. The first thing that comes to mind isn't a session or anything, but when I first got my keys, I swear for the first 2.5 weeks, I was just there until the morning. Like every single fucking night.
Just playing?
Yeah, just fucking hooking shit up and trying to destroy things and, you know, fucking up the tape machine and shit. Just making all the fucking mistakes on my own.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, that was like crazy to just fucking do that. You know, I've had some really weird fucking, 5 in the morning, like trying to fucking hook shit up or something. But man, there's been so many. I feel like I always have such a blast with people. I always end up just feeling really, really fucking high off of life, you know. And then like you just make this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing too crazy, I guess.
Edward, do you have any questions for Raziel?
Let's see. Of course, Third Coast Recording Company. I'm sure you know about Third Coast Vinyl in Muskegon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you guys connected? Is it the same?
No,
same
not
people?
at all. Yeah.
Oh,
I
really?
think
It's just
the
similar
whole-
names. I always assumed it was in relation
Yeah,
to
you
one
would think
another.
so. No, it's just a couple of people, I guess, sharing the same sort of forward vision, imagining this being the Third Coast. I think it's kind of appropriate. Like when I moved here and I found out that it was like fucking, or at least Grand Haven Coast Guard City.
Yeah.
It makes no sense because there's no fucking coast.
Yeah.
You know?
I always call it the coast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, but I mean, technically, like, I don't know. So, yeah, like the Third Coast name. I've never been to Third Coast Vinyl. Have you?
I bought many records there.
You did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You like it a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Edward supports Muskegon. He'll carry Muskegon on his back, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. That's a good way to do it. That's the only way.
I'm a native. It's my hometown.
Born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
Will you die in Muskegon?
Interesting question.
Will I die in Muskegon?
Oh, hopefully eventually, but...
He might live forever. We don't really know.
That's true. I can imagine you being around. You've already been around for a long time, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Centuries.
Millenniums.
Laughs because it's true.
We caught him. Edward, you're not getting away from this one. How long have you been around for, buddy?
How old are you really?
How old am I?
You convinced me you were born in 1984, just like me. I'm starting to feel like maybe that was a fib.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We have some... Edward's been anti-vampire before. I'm starting to think. Edward, I got a question. I'm connecting dots here. I got a conspiracy meme going on in my brain. You got to answer this one question for me.
What question?
Are you a vampire?
Well, let's see. Vampires are a metaphor.
I like how that answer doesn't answer the question. I have a brand new segment, Raziel. Is it okay? I like to ask my guests before I introduce a new segment if it's all right. I don't want to intrude.
How many people have said no?
One person so far.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do?
I talked them into it because I'm a great
All
salesman.
right, I want you to talk me into it.
All right. This brand new segment is so good.
Uh-huh. How good is
you-
it, Phil?
Well, first off, you don't want to miss it because if you miss it, all your friends are going to be like, "You didn't see it." That noise is going to play. You didn't see it. You see the timing there? You see how well that was? You didn't see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
That's what you want to say.
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
I talked them into it. You guys saw it. This brand new segment, brand new, hot off the press, is brought to you by the Black Paper Weekly. I got to grab something real quick.
Should have played the weighty music.
Thanks.
He's fucking shit up.
What the fuck is that?
What's going on there?
Something he didn't tell us.
Holy shit!
Wait a minute. I know that noise.
It's exciting. How heavy is that?
You guys all right?
What is this?
That, my friend, is the Block Paper Weekly.
Is this the guy who plays chess?
Yeah.
Can I play him? Can I play him in chess on the show?
Yeah, we can set that up.
Where is he?
He's taking a nap.
He doesn't want to
lose.
lose.
He doesn't feel well.
Whoa. Well, look who it is. Phill Myers.
Oh, it's a newspaper that features me. Imagine that.
So you are a celebrity.
I made the newspaper.
You did.
Yeah.
I also famously, I was on the movie screen.
Oh yeah.
Edward Draven was also on the movie screen.
What movie?
Yeah, what kind?
It's called So Muskegon. It's a documentary I produced. It's about a pop-up recording studio that I put together in 2019.
Nice.
That is the Block Paper Weekly. That's what this segment is about. The Block Paper Weekly, if you've not picked up a copy, it's easy to find. They're sold digitally, and you can also get physical copies. I personally like the physical copies because it's like a keepsake. I'm actually collecting them.
Is this mine now?
You can take it with you. Yeah.
Okay. I'll hang this up so when you guys are famous,
Yeah.
I can say I met you.
We'll get there.
The Block Paper Weekly.
That's great.
So that's a brand new segment brought to you by the Block Paper Weekly. You can check them out anywhere you go on the internet. They're on Facebook. They're on TikTok, Instagram, all of those places. Check them out. Just search the Block Paper Weekly, and it'll pop right up. Click follow and share it with your friends. Raziel.
Yep.
We've had a water break.
We have.
We've had a brand new segment brought to you by the Block Paper Weekly.
Oh, was that the segment?
That was the segment.
Okay, it was a pretty good segment.
Thank you. We work hard. Let's leave with a little bit of optimism tonight. Just a little bit. Not a lot. We don't want to go all the way like we did the other time.
Twisted tea.
I don't want to get twisted. That's been banned. We're wiser now. Let's leave with a little bit of optimism. Raziel. Let's say there's a young 16 to 18-year-old individual out there, and they're like, man, working in a recording studio sounds cool. I want to do that. What would you suggest that they do for themselves?
I feel like you should just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it! You remember that?
I do.
Shia LaBeouf. Do it! You remember that?
Yeah, that's an oldie but goodie.
3 times would have been too many.
Yeah, I feel like people have excuses. They have too many questions. They think too much. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to do.
Yeah. So if they wanted to, like, work their way in, like show up at a rock show, start meeting people?
Well, you have to have a point because there's no point in doing anything. Like, this thing wouldn't really fucking matter if you didn't really have a long-term objective, even if it's subconscious or whatever. But anything you do, if you show up to a rock show, you're either going to meet people or you're going to pitch yourself to the band or just fucking, support so maybe they can fucking get connected with you. But yeah, every step of the way, like I didn't go to school for this shit. I went for a bit, but everything's just been an accident. So now that I'm on this other side, and it's nothing, like I have a whole long, treacherous career in front of me, but everything's been an accident. So now I'm looking back, and it's like I could have probably done anything, and I wonder if I would have ended up here. Yeah, you don't need school. You don't need whatever the fuck.
Just go out there and chase it.
Yeah, I mean,
after
fucking get a microphone, get a fucking interface, and just fucking do the thing.
I liked what you said earlier. You just went into the studio and started screwing stuff up, messing up, and figuring out how to. You said you were playing with the tape machines and.
Yeah, I wound it up incorrectly, and the tape machine started spinning all crazy, and all the tape went everywhere, and some tape went in the machine.
Ooh.
And I think that was like day 3 of them giving me the key. And I was like, I think I just got fired, you know? But the engineer before me was like, they wouldn't have given you the key if they didn't expect you to fuck shit up. That's part of the thing. So
Figure it out.
Figure it out, man.
I like that. I want everybody watching this episode to carry that energy into 2024 and beyond. Figure it out. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to fail. And most importantly, don't be afraid to make a mistake, because we all make them. Sometimes they're really big. Sometimes they're really small. Dave, you son of a bitch, dude. That was going so good. I had it. Dave, I love you. Thank you. Raziel, any closing thoughts for the people out there?
Yeah. I feel like you guys should fucking check out Phill. You guys should fucking check out what's going on. This room is full of people fucking doing shit. And Phill is fucking...
Check me out. See it? You see it?
I've been checking you out for a long time.
Edward, you see it? Mm-hmm.
Check them out.
That's the checkout. This has been a lovely interview, and I want to say I wish there were more people like you in leadership positions throughout the industry, because it would be in a lot better hands than it's currently in. And that's where the people listening need to pay attention and step up, because that's what you're doing, and the attention to detail that you're putting into studio work. I've just been watching from afar, but I see the flags, green flags and red flags, and you're all green flags for somebody that should be in that scenario and in that situation. So it's cool to see. I'm glad that you took the risk and came out to the show. We don't even know each other at all, and it like anything could have happened.
That's true. I'm so sorry. I feel like you guys were so bored.
Were you bored, Edward?
I wasn't.
No?
Not at all.
Elena,
no.
you may be a little bored.
I just sit here quietly all the time.
Yeah,
That's just how I am. That's just me.
I think that was a lovely interview. If you're in a band and you want to reach out to Third Coast and Raziel, how would a band go about doing that if they want to work with you?
Call the studio, ask for Raziel, tell them that you saw this fucking interview, saw Raziel.
50% off. Just tell them Real Late Hours. It's 50% off.
I can't completely support that.
Oh.
I think Phill has agreed we're going to do a sponsorship. Phil's going to pay 50% of it from now on. I appreciate Phill. Thank you guys. We'll see you later.
I'm broke. I have a talk show to pay for. These sound effects don't create themselves. So
He got weiser.
Raziel, it's been a pleasure. You're an amazing guest. I'm so glad we had somebody, we had an audio engineer on. That's the first time. Let's give it up to ourselves. We had an audio engineer on the show. Wow. 2024 is going to be a great year. Raziel, this is to 2024. Cheers. Pure life to the weiser. This has been Real Late Hours. Unfortunately, we have no musical guests tonight, but we do have a commercial we're going to take you out on, and it's beautiful. So here we go. Here at Quantum Freedom, we care. That's why we invested in the state-of-the-art AI technology to help bad people get out of bad situations.
So I was in a mosh pit and I didn't realize someone threw their grandma in there. I punched her really hard. The Quantum Freedom got me. They got my back. I'm all good to go. I'm free. Thank you.
We at Quantum Freedom believe sometimes bad guys need a hand up too.
I used to be a young, naive witch, and I casted a series of faulty spells. But thanks to Quantum Freedom, my past record has been scrubbed clean.
I'd say the system's pretty unjust. Look around. A lot of good people getting good things being brought to them. That's why we're here to equal out the weight of the justice system.
Have you ever gotten a DUI and crashed and rolled your car on New Year's and endangering yourself and others? Like me? Then you need to try Quantum Freedom.
Bad guys deserve to be bad. That's why we bring you Quantum Freedom.
Wait, what is quantum?
I know exactly what you're thinking. Why? Because we use AI. It's smarter than us. It's better than us. It does everything. It is everything we wish we could be.
Did you get a drunk in public? What did you blow? I blew Quantum Freedom. I was out the next morning.
Last time I checked, this was a free country. Use Quantum Freedom when you find that you've done enough bad to get yourself in a bad situation.
You're telling me all I had to do was blow them? I paid $300 an hour?
Have you ever been pulled over, asked questions, and I just not wanted to answer them? Me too. That's why I started Quantum Freedom.
I got pulled over for an expired tag and may or may not have been participating in the illegal pet trade. Quantum Freedom got my charges reduced down to domestic violence.
Folks, just try Quantum Freedom. Just, you find yourself in a bad situation. I like to keep my business card right there so I can just show it to them. They know. Don't come around here with your good guy stuff. We don't want to talk to you.